Somebody dropped off a receiver last month, told me the manufacturer's own support line laughed at him when he asked about a repair. Not the technician, the manufacturer. Told him it was cheaper to buy new. That's not a customer service failure. That's the whole business model working exactly as designed. So today I want to talk about the opposite. The handful of amplifier brands left on this planet that will still, right now in whatever year you're watching this, take back a unit they built decades ago and put it right. 5 names. Write them down. Macintosh. I'll start here because it's the standard everyone else gets measured against. Binghamton, New York, still manufacturing, and their factory service department has fixed amplifiers older than the technician doing the repair. I've sent customers' units back to Macintosh directly and gotten them returned looking better than when they left the factory the first time. That blue-eyed glow on the meters isn't just nostalgia. It's a company that still stocks output transformers for models most people have forgotten existed. Yamaha. Now, not every Yamaha product gets this treatment. Their consumer electronics division is enormous, and some of the entry-level gear is as disposable as anything else on the market. But their higher-tier amplifiers and the legacy of the CR series receivers your father might have owned, Yamaha's Japanese service centers and specialist third-party networks are still supported with schematics and parts availability that most competitors abandoned years ago. Luxman, if you know, you know. If, Japanese company, smaller production runs, and an almost stubborn philosophy that a piece of equipment should be serviceable for the life of its owner. Luxman built a reputation on lifetime support long before right to repair was a phrase anyone needed to say out loud. Audio Research, American high-end tube amplifier manufacturer out of Minnesota. Tube gear by nature demands ongoing service, retubing, rebiasing, capacitor replacement, and Audio Research built their whole customer relationship around expecting you to bring the unit back. It's baked into the ownership experience, not an inconvenience they're trying to engineer you out of. Naim. British brand, and I'll admit their industrial design is polarizing, but their service philosophy is exactly what this list is about. Naim built an upgrade path into their amplifiers from day one. Power supply upgrades, board revisions, meaning a unit from decades ago can still be brought current rather than discarded. That's a company thinking about the next 30 years of your ownership, not the next fiscal quarter. Here's what none of these 5 brands share with the rest of the industry. None of them are chasing a razor and blades model where the amplifier is cheap and disposable, and the real profit is in you buying a new one every 5 years. They make their money selling you something once and standing behind it. That's a completely different relationship with their own customer than the boardroom slideshow at most electronics companies today. And here's the part that should really bother you. Every one of these 5 brands still publishes service documentation or makes it available to authorized technicians, the same way the manufacturers of your Marantz or your Sansui did in 1978. That's not old-fashioned. That's just what a company that respects its own engineering does. If you own one of these 5 brands, go find the serial number and call the manufacturer directly before you call anyone else, including me. You might be surprised what they'll still do for you. Tell me in the comments which one of these you're running right now, and if you've got a repair story from one of these 5 factory or independent, I want to hear it. Subscribe if you want the rest of this series, because there's a much longer list of brands that failed this test.